Okay, today we're going to continue on working with the Pythagorean theorem. And notice that yesterday in the homework that you had, when you had to find the missing side length, the c, the hypotenuse, they had you round to the nearest 10, I believe, in one of the exercises anyway. And so that's what we're going to be rounding to today also, because that's what they asked us to do in the homework, okay? So we're going to practice rounding to the nearest 10 today. You have to know how to round no matter what it is they're asking you to round to. It's your responsibility to know how to round to the place value that they want. Okay, so our learning goal is really the same as yesterday. We're working with square numbers. We're working with numbers that are not square, being able to find square roots, and being able to use the Pythagorean theorem to help us find missing side lengths. What did we call those two sides, A and B, yesterday? What was their special title in a right triangle? Sides A and B. What were they called? I didn't know yesterday's notes. Legs. Yeah, they were legs. And what do the legs always do in a right triangle? Sylvia?
Equals C.
Okay, well, not quite. They don't equal C. How can you find A and B in a right triangle? Which sides are the legs if they don't mark them for you? How would you find them? What if all they do is they give you how long they are, but they don't tell you that they are necessarily A or B? Harley?
It would be the two.
Yeah, they're the two sides that come together to form the right angle. One of them is called A and the other one's called B. It doesn't matter which one gets called A and it doesn't matter which one gets called B. But the two sides that form the right angle have to be the A and the B. And then what's that side called that's across from the right angle that is it's like a diagonal connects to the endpoints of those two legs? What's this side called? What's the C side called? Hypotenuse, yes, we have a funny name, hypotenuse. Okay, now what is the Pythagorean theorem? What does that say? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Not A plus B equals C. We found out yesterday that's not true. A plus B does not equal C, but A squared plus B squared, that equals C squared. So today we're going to work with the Pythagorean theorem again, but we're going to not only be looking for just C. Today we're going to, whichever side they don't have for us, we have to find it, okay? So in this first one, we have to find A. So it says, show your work here. They've written the Pythagorean theorem for us. Let's underline which ones we know from the drawing. So we know that B equals 2 kilometers, and we know that C equals 7 kilometers. A is our question mark. So we're going to substitute into our Pythagorean theorem. So first of all, I'd like you just to do this. A something squared plus something squared equals something squared. So we're going to substitute in. What could we put in for A? Yeah, we could put it in a question mark, but that would be kind of silly. So we're going to put A. When we don't know what it is, the variable stands in. Okay? So we're going to say A squared plus what should we put in for B? 2. And we don't need the kilometers part. We just need the 2 for right now. And what can we put in for C? 7. Okay. So first of all, we want to substitute into the Pythagorean theorem in the appropriate place. And now we're going to do some simplifying, some kind of like getting this equation ready to solve. Okay? So A squared, well, we're just going to write A squared. What's 2 squared? 4. And what's 7 squared? 49. Okay. So is there anything else we can do to get this equation ready? Or is it ready for us to solve? Remember, solving means once you can not do anything else on the same side, or the other side, but now you've got to do it to both sides. Then we're ready to solve. So is it to the point that we need to do something to both sides? What are we solving for again? A, we need A. We don't need A squared, we need A, don't we? So eventually we got to get an A out of this. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's ready for us to solve, because you apparently don't know. So guess what, it's ready. So what are we going to do, Danny? Yeah, we need that plus 4 out of there, so we're going to zero pair it out with a plus a negative 4. And we have A squared left over there, because these guys take care of each other. They zero out. And what do we have now? 45. Okay, well I'm writing so big, I gotta move over here now. Here's my equation now. And I'm still gonna have to do something to both sides. Anybody know what we gotta do to both sides? What did, maybe you need to look at yesterday's notes, what did we do? Because we weren't solving for C squared yesterday, we were solving for C. So what did we have to do? Sammy?
We took the square root of 45.
We took the square root of both sides, didn't we? Because we need A to come out of this, so we say that you gotta take the square root of 45, or A squared and 45. Not just the 45, but also the A squared. Because what times itself is A squared? A. Not A squared, but A. So the square root of A squared is A. And we know that we can't have a negative side length, so we're going to just only pay attention to the positive. And we're going to, first thing we're going to do is this. We're going to write down A is approximately equal to, and I want you to tell me what it is with 2 digits behind, because we're going to round to the nearest 10. Okay? Did you get it, or do you have a question?
Oh, I was just doing the square root of 45.
Okay, what is the square root of 45?
We got 6.7.
Okay, 6.7, but I want one more digit behind that. So what are the first 2 digits behind?
6.70.
6.70. So let's write that down. Approximately 6 70 hundredths, because when we're going to round to the nearest 10th, we have to take it to the hundredths first and see what should we do. So right now, it's 70 hundredths, but we want to round it to the nearest 10th. So we're going to look at that 7 tenths and say, should that 7 tenths stay 7 tenths, or should it go up to 8 tenths? What should it do? Stay or go? Go up. Go up? 0's enough to make 7 tenths become 8 tenths? No. So it needs to stay. So we're going to go up here onto our line where it says, what is A? We're going to say approximately 6 7 tenths. And then we're going to give it a label. What were these? Kilometers. This is one big triangle. And then we're just going to, just kind of maybe say, do you think our answer seems reasonable? What should be the longest side in a right triangle? One of the legs or the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse should be the longest side in a right triangle. Is this okay then? Are we safe? Do we have a pretty safe answer, you think? Okay. Questions? Okay, how about you try to do B now then? See if, or number 2, I mean, where we have to solve for B. Just look at what we did up above and try doing those steps so that in the homework you're going to be able to do this on your own. is equal to. Write down the first two digits only after the decimal point. That's what you write first. I'm gonna come steal yours, Harley. What's that say? 4 point. I hear this is what I'm gonna steal. 4.89. Okay. I stole Harley's first answer of 4.89. Did I always get that? Yeah, okay. But since today we're rounding to the nearest 10th, we're going to look at the 8 in the tenths place. And right now it's 8/10. Should we round it to 9/10 or leave it 8/10? We need to round it, don't we? Because 9 is greater than 4, actually 5 or bigger. So we're going to say it is, oopsie, I forgot my approximately equal to sign, showing that we're rounding. It is approximately 4 9/10. And what's this one measured in? What's its appropriate label? Inches. Okay, let's stop and process. Reasonable answer? Is it reasonable? Okay, why is it reasonable? It's smaller than the letter C. It's smaller than the hypotenuse. And why is that a big deal? That word hypotenuse is what? It's supposed to be the longest. So this is less than 7, so we're feeling pretty safe that we might have a good answer then, right? Still not a guarantee, but it's at least, worth us saying, okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, anybody have questions on that one? Okay, so the first one we solved for one of the legs, the second one we solved for one of the legs. What are we solving for in this last one? Which side? Come on, learn how to say it. What's this side we're solving for? The hypotenuse. Okay. So we know this time both of the legs. So we're going to say, okay, I'm going to fill in. So we have a 9 squared, we have a 4 for B, and we're looking for C, so it's going to be C squared. Okay, this one's going to look a little bit different. We're not going to do exactly what we did in the last two, but we're still going to have to do kind of the same thing to get our side out. What's 9 squared plus? 81. What's 16? 4 squared, right? Yeah, I know, I said it wrong, so I was trying to. 4 squared is 16. So we're not really solving right now. We substituted and now we're just simplifying. We're trying to get the equation ready to solve. We still got some getting ready to do. What's 81 plus 16? Huh? 97. Well, we are finally ready to solve. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Square root both sides. Not just the 97, but the C squared also. And then we're going to come over here and say C is approximately equal to, we're going to let our calculator give us the whole number part, and we're going to write down 2 digits after the decimal. So, Katie, what do you want me to write down? Okay, C is approximately equal to, because we're already kind of rounding right here. And now we're going to round some more. What's in the tens place, class?
4.
No, what's in the tens place? 8. It's 8/10 right now. Should we bump it up to 9/10?
No.
No, 4 100ths is not enough for us to bump it up. And so we are going to say C is approximately equal to 9 8/10. And what's its label? Centimeters. Okay. Reasonable answer? Why? Because what? It's bigger than the legs, it's longer than the legs, and should it be? Yes, it should be longer than the legs, so we're feeling pretty good about our answer. Okay, so we're gonna be doing some of this today. So yesterday we did the finding C, but we did not do any finding A or B. So anybody have questions before we move on to applying the Pythagorean theorem to word problems? Picture problems, whatever you want to call them. Okay, then let's go to the back side and do some more. So we have a basketball player that shoots a three-point shot straight at the basket. This distance is of about 20 feet. Where's that on the drawing? What did they label that? What did they label it though? What part of the right triangle? A. That's one of our legs, isn't it? Straight. So the players are standing right here. This must be where the basket is, right? Let's write that right here in our picture. Basket. So the basket's right here. So the player is straight on from there, and that's a 20-foot shot if they make it from there. If the player moves 15 feet to his left, it is a much longer shot. Because what happens? What does it become? Why is it longer? What does it become? Okay, then let's talk about what is the 15 feet. What's the 15 feet in this situation? The other leg, B. So we have this, here's the basket straight on from me, but if I move 15 feet to my left, which I, not going to be able to quite be able to do, if I move 15 feet to my left, now the basket's still over there, isn't it? So why is this a longer shot for me than this shot? Okay, but why is it further? What did we learn about what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for what's this called? The hypotenuse, the C. And what did we learn about the hypotenuse? It's the longest side of the right triangle, right? Okay, so it says how far is the longer shot from the basket? Well, this kind of looks like we should be able to use the Pythagorean theorem. Let's draw where the right angle would be. Where's the right angle? Hayden? So where the player is, right? Mm-hmm. Right there. There's our right angle. So our C is what we are looking for, aren't we? C is our question mark. So let's go over here and let's do A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And we need to sub three things in, and each of those three things needs to get squared. So, what's our A? 20. What's our B? 15. And what's our C? C, it's unknown right now, right? So we'll leave it C. Okay, let's see how well we know our squares. What's 20 squared? Not 40. 400. 2 times 2, there's the 4.
Chris Beston, please come to the junior high office. Chris Beston, junior high office.
2 times 2 is 4, and each of those have a 0 behind it, so we have 2 zeros in our answer. So 400, not 40. 20 plus 20 is 40, right? But 20 times 20 is 400. Anybody happen to know what 15 squared is? 225, good job. Okay, and that's equal to C squared. Ready to solve? Solving means you're going to do the same thing on both sides. Is this ready? No, it's not. What do we have to do? What do we have to do? We're going to do the adding on that left side. Yeah, what's that become? 625 equals C squared. Now is it ready to solve? Yes, now we can do the same thing to both sides. So we'll take the square root of 625. We'll take the square root of C squared. And if they didn't tell us what to round to, we're gonna stick with going to the tenth, nearest tenth. Yeah, they didn't tell us, so we're gonna go to the nearest tenth like we're doing on the front side. Okay, so C is approximately equal to, we know that what we do is we write down the whole number in front of the decimal point and 2 places behind the decimal point when we're gonna round to the nearest tenth. So what is that, Harley? No, what, oh, does it come out nicely?
Yeah.
Well, how nice, we don't even need the approximately equal to sign. Okay, get rid of that. It is exactly equal to, you're telling me, 25. Okay. So apparently 625 is what kind of a number then? A square number. A square number has a whole number square root, so 625 is a square number. Okay, so now we're going to answer our question up here. How far is the longer shot from the basket? It is 25 feet. Is that what it is, feet? Okay. We don't abbreviate in sentences. From the basket. Extra 5 feet. Okay. Anybody got questions before we try our last one? Okay, then let's do one more. All right, with a golfer.
Yes.
A golfer does not have to hit the ball as far when, but this time it's a her, when she is in front of the pin on the green. If she is off to the side, the shot is farther. How far is it to hit the shot from the side? Where's our right angle? Where's our golfer?
At the point between C and A.
So right here? This is our golfer? Okay. Here's her golfer. Where's the right angle? Gotta have a right triangle to use the Pythagorean theorem. Where's the right angle at? Where the golfer is, yeah, right here between A and B, right? A and B come together to make the right angle. Okay, so now we know A, we know B, we're looking for C. C is our question mark. So, let's get to work. You guys go ahead and do it, I'll do it, and we'll see if we all agree in the end. You can use your calculators if you absolutely have to before you do the square root part. You shouldn't have to because multiplying with zeros is pretty easy. Yes. Okay, so show me taking this for the 625. Well, that wasn't the square number, it's great. Okay, let's try this one then. Okay. First of all, you're using the wrong key. This is the one we want. We want the S3 key, so we want that side. Okay, you're using that one. Okay. I'm thinking that you should get C squared equal to 40,900, do you agree? Okay, now we're finally ready to solve it. We'll take the square root of 40,900. We'll take the square root of C squared. And I'm kind of convinced 40,900 is not a perfect square. If you prove me otherwise, if you need to. Okay, Kate, what did you get? 202 point what? 23. You all agree with that?
Yeah.
That's our before we round to the nearest tenth. We need the hundredths to help us round to the tenths. So now we're going to look at the tenths place, the 2, and say, is that 3 behind it big enough to jump it up to 3/10? No. So we're going to say that this one is going to be this part right here, right? So we're gonna answer the question. How far is it to hit the shot from the side? It is about, because we rounded, it is about 202 and 2/10 what? Yards. Don't abbreviate. It is about 202 and 2/10 yards. We'll just call that one. That's sense. So we cover. Okay. So, anybody have any questions or concerns at all? Take it out some loosely for your homework then. Anybody need this left up here for a bit? You can use it. No? Okay.